Oh boy, you know I got a video in half if you start a video with Obo. And here we are talking of Moonbeam related exploits and the Acala's aUSDD-peg exploit. The link between these two, they are both Polkadot parachains. They are some of the leading layer ones on Polkadot. So of course it is cause for concern. And the fact that we hold both as part of our 2K to 100K challenge, we've got a vested interest. On top of that, I do hold both as part of my private portfolio. The importance of this cannot be underestimated from my point of view, on this channel's point of view. So we want to know what has happened, what are the teams doing about it, and where are we going. Hi guys, this is FD for SageFact.tv once more, back with another video, and today we are going to look at the problems that Moonbeam and Acala have been having lately. With Moonbeam, this involves the exploit of a bridge that was connected via their EVM, which is the Nomad Bridge, and for Acala is the current, it is still ongoing, the de-pegging of the aUSD when it de-pegged following an exploit. Let's dive in. If you're new guys, thank you very much for stopping by. Just before you leave, don't forget to click subscribe as well as click the like button. We are going to be sharing some alpha with you guys and you benefit quite a lot. If you are a returning viewer and you are a subscriber, thank you very much for supporting the channel. I appreciate every single one of you. And guys, don't forget to click the like button before you leave the channel. And also don't forget to follow us on Twitter as we share some time-sensitive information via Twitter. If you don't want to miss out on some of the information we share with our Twitter community, it's still growing like our YouTube channel. Please follow us on Twitter. Our Twitter handle is right here on the screen. So let's dive into the issues that have been engrossing both Moonbeam and Acala. A lot has happened in this very short space of time at Polkadot, with the leading layer 1 parachains both suffering some fatal exploits, which does not bode well for the Polkadot network as a whole. I know it's not a direct attack on Polkadot, but the fact that is happening to some of the leading parachains or leading layer 1s on Polkadot, that affects everything on Polkadot, including the Polkadot network and the Dotcoin. Granted, there are many great projects building on Polkadot and this Canary network, the Kusama network, but these two are some of the big guns, so to speak. Moonbeam, the Moonbeam network with its sister parachain on Kusama, Moon River, AcalaNetwork with its sister parachain on Kusama network, which is Karura. These four are some of the biggest projects within the Dotsama ecosystem. While the exploits were not exactly the same nor their cause the same, there's no doubt that both these leading layer ones received a shock and the communities were left shaken, and some still are to an extent, especially in the Acala's case where this exploit is still fresh and there is no end in sight yet, as far as you are aware. The Acala team keeps finding more and more data and information that they did not know before, which suggests that we haven't seen the end of this one yet. So keep watching the space, guys, pay attention. Here are some of the key updates, including a brief summary of each exploit. Let's start with the Moonbeam network exploit of the Nomad Bridge, which happened some time ago. It's still relatively new, but it happened not a long time ago. So Nomad is a cross-chain bridge for sending tokens between Ethereum, Avalanche, Ethmos, Milkomida C1, and Moonbeam networks. An unscrupulous player managed to exploit the Ethereum side via smart contracts. The original cause of the attack was that Nomad's smart contract failed to properly validate the input of the transaction. What's unique about this attack is that thousands of addresses looted Nomad's account. It appears that they were able to copy and paste the attacker's original call data, adding their own addresses. It also appears that this was a non-issue, as this issue had been raised in Nomad's own software audits report, and they did not bother to take action to correct the potential vulnerability. A Twitter user going by the name Fuba, I'll leave their Twitter handle down in the description so that you can follow them if you're interested. Fuba explained this in detail via Twitter. We'll leave a link to some of his posts as well. I'll leave some links to some of his posts as well so you can follow some of his exceptional detective work on this matter. As for me here, what I found puzzling was that this was marked as of low risk severity in the report, that is the audit report. Now we all know that that was not the case. So again, if I was part of the team, I'll say let's fire the auditors who audited us. But if they flagged it, you can't fire them because they did their job, which I believe in this case they did. They flagged the issue. The Nomad team knew this to be an issue and yet they casually dismissed it as a non-issue. You see, the problem I have with some of these incompetence is that the developers and project teams extract value from the masses while putting them and their funds at risk. That is just insane, guys. I think they should be held responsible for this. It doesn't matter that the hacker decided to retain a small percentage of what he had stolen. I believe the hacker returned 1,885 Ethereum, the equivalent of $3.2 million a few weeks back, but he's holding on to what is now a small balance. Here we can actually see the hacker's wallet contents and what's left inside it. And as recent as the 19th of August, This hacker is still trying to cash out their loot to no avail. It appears that the transactions keep failing, probably due to the Ethereum address now blacklisted or blocked by several platforms and DeFi applications. Whatever, it doesn't matter. This is one of the wonders of blockchain technology, by the way. Once published, there is no way to hide the address, that is. Once the address is well known publicly, and decentralized applications or DeFi applications just take steps to block that address, those funds are locked forever, probably lost forever. There is no hiding place anywhere, as everything is in plain sight. For public service purposes, from our point of view, we are also going to publish the Ethereum address in the comment section for all of you, our viewers and passers-by, to see and spread the word. This address can't even purchase substandard NFTs, for the love of me. Even on OpenSea, he's trying very hard, because some of the NFTs he's trying to purchase, useless, if you ask me. Just JPEG is no use. People just want to sell and flip them at a loss and get what he can out of it, but it's not happening. These are some of the assets that I believe were affected when exploit happened. Yet Iagon, ticker symbol IAG, it's part of our 2K to 100K challenge as well. No wonder it's been doing pretty badly during the past few weeks. Now it appears things have kind of stabilized because he's holding on to his price plate. There was also USDC, a stable coin. There's something called Hummingbird governance token. No idea what that is. Gero Wallet, Wrapped Ether, Charlie 3, a Cardano-based oracle, Ethereum itself. There were some Ethereum coins, we've already covered that. Fractshare, Ren BTC, Wobi BTC, Saddle DAO, Repstar, and DAI, another stablecoin. So you can tell it's quite some list, and all in about $190 million was stolen. Some of it, by the way, reportedly taken for safekeeping by white-hat hackers. I don't know whether they returned any of that. Long story short, as Fullbar puts it, a poor operational strategy has led to bad Merkle root initialization, which led to every message being proven valid by default. As users put some of these devs on pedestals as if they can ever do no wrong, then bam, millions go in the blink of an eye. Be careful out there, guys. DeFi is still a wild, wild west environment. Now, where is Moonbeam in all this? I believe the team actually picked Nomad as their preferred bridge over other more solid bridges to connect their EVM. So, to an extent, I personally think that the Moonbeam team bears some responsibility here. I don't know to what extent, but they need to prove that they've learned lessons and they are supporting the community, not by refunding. That's not what I'm suggesting. They need to own up and maybe raise their hands and say, yeah, we got it wrong. And this is what we should have done. Because when you are integrating with somebody and that integration is going to be safety critical to the code base, you may want to look at the audit results of that piece that you're about to attach or that you're about to connect your own blockchain or network. I think it's just basic stuff, really. My own thoughts on the Nomad hack. DeFi is still a wild west place, and a lot need to happen on Moonbeam's Canary network, which is Moonriver. They do their experimentation and R&D. Once it's all done and working fine, come to the commercial end, which is Polkadot. Because this does not bode well. It scares a lot of people out of the space, especially those institutions who might be thinking, okay, we've got some promising projects here to carry out commercial transactions, and then this happens. That's not a good sign. And there's definitely no place for complacency within the crypto spaces. I believe the Moonbeam team has learned. Whether you're a developer, a project team, or investor, you shouldn't be complacent within this space. Anything can go wrong at any minute. People need to remain cautious at all times. Putting my naughty hat on, could the original auditors of the Nomad Bridge smart contract be connected to what happened here? Answers on a postcard, guys. Let me know. So now on to aUSDDe-peg on AcalaNetwork. As a stablecoin, they should be sitting at 1 aUSD equal to $1 or 1 USDC. Whatever stablecoin you use should be 1-to-1. However, at the point at which we are doing this video, the aUSD is priced at 77 cents, which is way off the mark. Mind you, at one point this fell to as low as 1 cent. Crazy, right? What's triggered, of course, this de-pegging, by the way? Well, another exploit, of course, no surprises there. It was initially believed that the excess aUSD mint was roughly 1.2 billion aUSD, following what the Acala team identified as a misconfiguration issue of the IBTC aUSD liquidity pool. Misconfiguration? Are you kidding me? These are terms that we use in business for describing things that we really don't want to share openly. I read legal documentation in my line of work, not in crypto, but outside of crypto, and I know what some of these meaningless terms mean. It will have a definition, of course, or description, but when it's used in this context, just a meaningless, nonsensical term to apply in this case. Should have tried to pull another one. So, if that was it, then a basic testing should have identified the issue prior to public release, surely. No? If it's misconfiguration, it should have been picked up during testing. I thought these things were tested. I don't buy the team's explanation here. I think there's more to this than what they are sharing with us, the community. And as if these hackers are following a manual, other users are reported to have mimicked what happened over at Moonbeam with the Nomad hack. They've kind of followed some sort of blueprint and exploited the vulnerability for themselves, walking away with the equivalent of $10 million plus in various digital assets. All they did was just to copy and paste and change the hacker's address for their own. It's crazy if you ask me. The main damage though was the aUSDDe-peg. Meanwhile, the original hacker was said to be stranded with 1.27 billion of worthless aUSD tokens as a result of the Acala team's decision to switch the AcalaNetwork to maintenance mode, a move which saw cross-chain swaps and token swap posts and quite a few more as well. However, what's more concerning, as I've already pointed out earlier in this video, is that the Acala team appear to be in the dark as to how far and how deep this exploit goes. For starters, the amount of aUSD coins minted as a result of the exploit seem to be increasing with every update the team puts out. That is scary. I'm not expecting them to be magicians, but they are engineers. They created this thing. They should know what's going on instead of coming with small chunks of information at every update. Every time they do that, it does something to the confidence of the community. I would rather they have all the information and then dish it all out. You see that they have the information, they're drip feeding it, or they don't have the information. They're just making it up as they go. I know that's unfair, but in this case, some people lost quite a bit here by the deep hacking. Okay. Only a day or so ago, the Acala team discovered that about 176,725 DOT tokens were sent from Acala to Polkadot from 8 of the 16 identified hacker addresses. Of the over 176,000 DOT coins, about 42,000 DOT coins were sent to an exchange, with 134,726 still on Polkadot. So if they were sent to an exchange and there was no mix involved, it should be easy to identify the hacker, right? Or is that happened already? If anyone knows, guys, please comment down below and let me know. Also down there, don't forget to click like and subscribe. Let's smash that notification bell. Anyway, this one is still developing and it will have some time to run. We await further updates from the AcalaNetwork team. If you have additional details, please let us know below in the comment section. As far as our ACA holding or Acala holding for our 2K to 100K as well as private portfolio, we continue and stick to the plan, as I believe this, as well as the ones that have come before it, it shall also come to pass. And let's hope the Acala team will come out on top and take the lessons learned from this nightmare. Do you think this has been handled well? If you lost something from Acala, I didn't have anything within that pool. The only impact I've had is from the plummeting value of the ACA token. Have you been affected directly? Have you lost something? Did you have any funds within the pool that was affected? Please comment down below and let us know. Until next time, guys, this was your update on the misfortunes that came to Moonbeam as well as the AcalaNetwork, both parachains on the Polkadot network. Until next time, this is FD for SafePath.tv signing out. Bye for now.